Hello everyone and welcome back to the shed. I'm Lonnie and it is nighttime. It's pretty late. It's Saturday night and I have a lot of orders behind me right now. I've got I think it's about 30. So I don't think I'm gonna pull all 30 tonight, but I think I'm gonna try and pull a lot of them. And then I'll probably, tomorrow is Easter. Happy Easter, by the way. I'll probably try and pull some more tomorrow just so I'm not too backed up on Monday, because I have some other stuff I'd like to do Monday too. So good problem to have, right? Lots of orders waiting to be pulled and packed and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't want to put this off till Monday, because Monday would just be unbearable if I did that. So let's go ahead and pull some eBay orders. All right, first order is an F100 Super Saber that is supposedly over here somewhere. That's right here. Okay, it was supposed to be like around the game shelf area, which is basically this shelf and this shelf, and it is here. So Firepower Series F100D Super Saber. I don't even remember getting this. I truly have no clue when or where I got this or how much I paid for it or anything, but I sold it for $11.99 plus shipping on top. Don't know if it was on sale or not, but yeah, anyway, that's out of here. Then I sold a Super Game Boy adapter thing, this guy right here. This sold for $15.99 plus shipping on top. And this allows you to play this goes from like a Super NES. You plug it into the Super NES, and then you could plug a Game Boy cartridge into here, and you could play Game Boy games on your Super NES. Or is this an NES thing? I can't remember. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Super NES, SNES. On the Pop A shelf, I have a Romulan Commander. Here he is right here. This sold for $9.99 plus shipping on top. And I think that's the last of those Mego remakes that I've had. Okay, going to the Molly shelf right here. And I sold this Batman statue thing for $48 and some change. It's a limited edition thing out of 3,000. And it was on sale. So that was a good one. I've had this one for a little while now, I think. Okay, Steve bought something from the Pop B shelf right here, and it is this pewter Batman. I had two pewter things. I had this pewter paperweight thing. It's kind of like a big heavy coin thing, and then I had this pewter Batman that sold for $19.99 plus shipping on top. Thank you very much, Steve. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy. A Mid B Camaro Z28 RS. It's this guy right here. Make sure I don't have any other copies of the same one. But no, this is it right here. This model sold for $19.99 plus shipping on top. Headed back to the video game shelf again. We're going to pull Star Wars the video game right here. This sold to Sean for $8.99 plus shipping on top. Thank you very much, Sean. Hope you enjoy. Now I'm pulling, I sold something out of this. This is a Garbage Pail Kids box right here. And I sold one of these sticker sets. It's got Virus Iris in the top left hand corner, and oh, here we go right here. This is actually the last one of that exact model. Oops, I grabbed two. All right, put this back. This is the last one of this exact sticker set that I had in here. $10.99 plus shipping on top for this one. Casey bought from the green shelf right here. I bought a Corvette. See this, I guess it's this 05 Corvette right here. I'm gonna double check because this is where I've been making a lot of mistakes lately. Trying to pull it out of here. '05 Corvette C6. Let me go double check it. I think this is it though. 2005 Corvette C6. Yeah, this is it. $16.99 plus shipping on top. Thank you very much, Casey. Appreciate it. So Winter bought a few things. Winter bought something from me, I think last week. And then she came back and bought some more stuff today. So I don't even have an inventory location on this first thing. So I'm hoping it's over here with the puzzles, because it is a puzzle. It's a clock puzzle. It's right here. Okay, cool. So yeah, this clock puzzle, you build an actual working clock with it. And this sold for 10 something. It was on sale. Yeah, $10.79 for that. And then Winter also bought a couple of Stampin' Up stamps. So she bought Friendship Preserves. Sorry, doing my little step stool. Friendship Preserves and Kindness Matters. Okay, I see Kindness Matters right here. You'll see the prices on the screen because I don't know exactly. They're somewhere around $5 a piece, I think. And there's Friendship Preserves. So thank you very much, Winter. Definitely one of the coolest names that I've seen lately. But I hope you like the stuff. Marcia bought this for her grandson. This is that Star Wars blaster. It's really big. It does break down though to be a lot smaller for shipping and stuff. But thank you very much, Marcia. I hope they love it. And yeah, I think this thing is pretty cool. $49.99 plus shipping on top for that. Then the very next sale that I had on that store that day, which I think was today or yesterday, I can't remember which, came from the Kalima shelf. Rochelle bought the other blaster I listed. This is, well, I don't know. It's a blaster. This one is, I think, a little older than the other one. I think this one is from 1996. The big one is from 2008. But this one works too. $24.99 plus shipping on top. Thank you very much, Rochelle. I appreciate it. Candace shelf. There's a Bruce Wayne figure, supposedly. He's in a suit. That's not him. That's a bad guy. Hopefully he's down here. I think he probably is. These figures took a little while to sell, but they've done pretty well. Get out of there. Yeah, that's him. That's the one I was looking for. This is Bruce Wayne, World's Greatest Heroes figure. $13.99 plus shipping on top for that guy. Another model from the green shelf. This snap tight, snap together Jeff Gordon car sold for $9.99 plus shipping on top. All right, next up, we're heading back to the bookshelf, I hope, because I'm not exactly sure where this is, but it's a lot of, I think, 6 spiritual helps type CD things, and I'm hoping they're back here. I'm hoping they're like, okay, I think they're up there. All right, good. I can see them. Have to move some stuff to get there. Joanna got not these. It's possible these are some of them. I might have to go back and look. Actually, I think it's these though. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think it's these. I'm gonna go compare it to that eBay listing to make sure, but I think this is it. Let me go double check it, Joanna. Yep, this is it, because I see Exhilarate, Relentless. Yeah, I see all these, all 6 of these. So thank you very much. Was it $23.99? This was $23.99 plus shipping on top. So thanks a lot, Joanna, and thanks for watching the channel. I appreciate it. CSI Season 4, New York. Sealed. Supposed to be back here somewhere. Put this back up here. see, what is this? CSI New York 4-season. That's it right there. So that sold for like $14.39, I think. It was on sale. Okay, Colima shelf sold this X-Wing fighter. Had some issues. It's from like 95 or something like that, made by Tonka. Had some issues. It's missing one of the blasters. Stickers are peeling off. And yeah, I didn't even test the electronics or anything like that, and I put that in the listing. $19.99 plus shipping on top for this guy. Kenny and Jackie bought a 70 Challenger. 1970 Dodge Challenger right here. I'm sure this is it. For, I forgot the price there. Y'all are already looking at it on the screen. $19.99 plus shipping on top. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it, Kenny and Jackie. Okay, and the last thing from this store is a lot of 2003 era Jack's wrestling figures from Mid-A shelf. Had these for a little while. I don't know. All right, it took me a minute to find it. It was actually on the wrong shelf. It was behind this back copter thing. But I found it. It took about literally a minute to find. But yeah, this is the lot of wrestling figures in this box right here. And that's everything that is going out on the main store as of right now. Now we still got Sunday, and I guess part of Monday morning or whatever to go through too. But yeah, that's some nice bulk getting out of here. That's like a couple of shelves worth of stuff. Okay, so I'm going through the questions from the last video real quick, and I want to talk about something. So I mentioned that you don't get PayPal fees refunded whenever you make a refund on PayPal. PayPal makes you eat the fees that you pay when you got the money. And a couple of y'all mentioned that no, PayPal does refund those fees. And in my case, anyways, I can't speak for anyone else, but in my case, PayPal stopped refunding the fees several months ago, or maybe more. I remember Louis Rossman, if y'all watch him on YouTube, he runs like an electronics repair shop. He made several videos about this whenever PayPal announced that they were going to stop refunding the fees that we pay on PayPal. Whenever we do a refund to the customer, we were just going to have to eat that. And a couple months after that, that's exactly what I see happening on my refunds. I don't see any money coming back. Like, I'm going to show y'all one, for example. This is actually Joanna's purchase right here. So her total purchase was $33.33, right? Total refund amount $33.33. Amount refunded by you $33.33. So, well, first of all, $33.33. That's a very nice number, isn't it? All threes. But in the past, when I would do a refund, I would punch in like whatever the amount was, right? Like $10, and then it would say amount refunded by you, 9 something. They would like give back. They would give back the 2.9% that you pay on PayPal fees. And for me, and I can't speak for everyone, for me, I've noticed that like that amount now is I have to refund the whole amount, and they're not helping out with the PayPal fee part because I'm eating that. Okay, so several of y'all said that that is not been the case for you, and I believe that. I'm not saying that that isn't the case, that maybe you are getting your PayPal fees refunded, but there's something else going on here. Like, I don't know if some states it's illegal for PayPal to do that, so you are getting your fees back, or what. I don't know what the deal is, or if there are different account types on PayPal or what. Or maybe I'm just wrong here, but in my case, I am not getting PayPal fees returned whenever I do a refund. So what is everyone's experience in the comments whenever you do a refund via PayPal, like I'm showing there? Are you showing where you're getting your PayPal fees back or not? And does anybody know why some people would and some people wouldn't? Because I'm kind of confused. Because the people that say they're getting those fees back, I believe them. But I also believe that I am not getting them. And I'm not sure why. And to further substantiate this, if I click on fee refund policy right here, it brings me to this page. I'll show y'all. Refunds, reversals, and chargebacks. And it says in here, and this has been my experience too, if you refund a payment for goods or services, there are no fees to make the refund, but the fees you originally paid as a seller are not returned to you. I mean, it says it in black and white that they're not going to give it back, and then they don't give it back. So I know several of y'all are saying you're wrong. You get those back, and maybe that doesn't apply. Like maybe there's a few states where it doesn't happen like that, but right here in this shed, that's how it happens. Okay, let's do some questions. I pulled up 2, 3, 4, 5. I pulled up 8 questions here from the last video out of like it's like 230 something comments that I went through just now. There were a lot of comments on that one. But yeah, it's funny. This first one right here from Richard Bowles says, quick question. I'm getting ready to actually build a metal shed for my business, but I'm curious about your workbench. Is that from Harbor Freight? And do you like it? So I actually bought my bench, this bench right here. I bought it at a yard sale. I think it was $100. And what I did was when I bought it, I stacked some board games and puzzles, probably about like 10 items on top of it. And I said, hey, will you take the same price and I'll just throw that stuff in? And the guy was like, yes. I get it home and very happy with it, you know. And I think some people in the comments said, hey, they sell that at Harbor Freight. It's on sale right now for I think a little bit more than I paid for it, or maybe the same or something that I paid for the one that I bought used, which was fine. I mean, the bench was in good shape. I like it a lot. Like I love the work surface and everything. I don't love that it has these holes. I probably would rather not have the holes, but that's not a big deal. The size is perfect for me. It's nice and long, and it's wide enough to work on, but it's not so wide to take up a lot of space. And it's got the drawers are real smooth and everything. I like it in general. I did add wheels to it, or actually earlier tonight, I pulled this bench out to like here, and then we filmed, Candace and I sat behind the bench there with that background, and that was nice. So I would recommend putting wheels on pretty much anything. But it's funny you brought that up, because I was actually thinking about, man, I really love that bench. I want to put another one here on wheels, because I like this table I have. I bought this table at a garage sale for like $10. I like this table I have, but it's not quite high enough. I wish it was like about right here, about bench level. And then if I put it on wheels, I could roll it around too if I wanted to. So, and then instead of plugging in back there, attaching a power strip to the bench and just plugging the power strip in, and that way I could easily move things around and whatnot. But yeah, this is the bench right here at Harbor Freight. And I know they say it goes on sale sometimes. Windsor Design 60-inch 4-drawer hardwood workbench for $149.99 is what it's currently priced at. So yeah, I would and I probably will buy that same exact bench again. Interesting question from Geek Collector. I now live in Russia, but after the pandemic ends, I seriously plan to move to live in the USA. Here in Russia, I have 2 online stores that have been operating for about 7 years. Do you think I can come to the United States and establish a serious $5,000 net stream of money during the first year? I'm assuming you mean $5,000 net per month during the first year. Well, if you have experience, I think you can. But then again, I don't know what kind of experience you have. I don't know what kind of work ethic you have. I don't know where you're planning on moving, what you're planning on selling. So yeah, is it possible? Sure. Will it be easy? No. Is it doable? Yes. I would like, oh, you said I have a little capital for the first time. Okay. So yeah, that's actually something I was about to mention, was capital. So if you have some capital behind you and you have some knowledge and experience already, that's the hardest part. Like me, I couldn't have netted 5,000 a month in my first year because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have enough knowledge to net 5,000 a month in my first year. Could someone else that had more knowledge? Yeah, absolutely. I probably didn't exactly know how hard I would have to work either that first year, to be honest. I think I slacked a little bit. So yeah, you can do it. It's going to be hard. All right, this is a question from Jess R. Was wondering if you were concerned about the USPS news at all. What do you think would happen if the government does not help? Okay, so I've been asked this question a few times, and there's like been stories on different news services that if the USPS doesn't get a bunch of funding or something, the first time I saw the story, USPS wouldn't be able to function past June. But then I saw the story again, and that June had been changed to September. So I don't know if they got money since then, or if they just changed the date or what. I don't know. But am I worried? Am I concerned? Well, I would put a pretty good chunk of money on the post office still being in operation after September. If I can find somebody to take that bet, I will make that bet. If somebody that I trust to pay it, I would make that bet. If y'all can find like an online bookmaker where I can make a bet that the post office will still be in operation, I put a little money on that. I'm not worried about it at all, honestly. That stuff, like, I consider that kind of stuff to not be worth being concerned about because I can't control it. You know, would it be bad? Oh yeah, it would. Like losing the USPS would be horrible for us as sellers. Can I control that? No. Do I think it's going to happen? No, I don't. I absolutely do not think that the government is going to let USPS just shut down. That's not going to happen. Maybe you disagree. That's what I think, though. Black Crow 318, with the 50,000 free listings, have you thought about doing a listing marathon, like 24 hours of listing? See how many you can do in 24 hours. Maybe challenge John and other sellers. No, I think the 50,000 free listing promotion eBay was doing, for my purposes and for the listings I have, because I already have listings available on several of my stores that don't cost me anything, that I don't use every month. So for me, like looking at 50,000 free listings, like, well, you get it for a couple of months. To me, that was just nonsense. I didn't give it 10 seconds of thought other than to say, oh, well, that's a really, that's a really clever way for eBay to be giving all of us 50,000 of something that doesn't really amount to anything. Not anything substantial anyway. I didn't pay it much mind, honestly. All right, RXZ 4140. What kind of camera and handle do you film with? Looks nice. Thank you. Well, I'm actually filming with a GoPro Hero 8 right now, which basically looks like this. This is a 7, but the 8 just looks a little different. 8 has its own, 8 doesn't have this little cage thing or whatever. And then as far as the handle, I use a backpack clip. Hang on, I can show you that. Okay, so this is the handle I use right here. This is a backpack clip that I wear whenever I take the GoPro with me to garage sales and stuff like that. I'll clip that on my backpack. That's how I hold it. And it's also the thing that I just about every day I'm holding this with the GoPro on it, just like this, with the camera aimed at me. So I use this. It's not designed for that, but I use it for that. Cameron Davis said, I have recently changed to free shipping on everything because as a top-rated seller, we get 10% back on final value fee, and it makes customers happy. Any options are probably opinions on this, smart or not? Well, I'm not going to get into the whole free shipping versus paid shipping thing. I've talked about that a pretty good bit in the past. I just don't want to right now. But the first statement you made there, I didn't really understand, because you say you have changed to free shipping on everything because as a top-rated seller, we get 10% back on final value fee. As a top-rated seller, a top-rated seller plus listings don't require you to offer free shipping to get that 10% back on final value fee. They do require you to do, I think it's one day handling, and also you have to offer free returns on that item. And then you have to hit some other metrics too, but free shipping is not one of the metrics to get that 10% back on final value fee. So if you're doing free shipping to get 10% back, you don't have to. Now the other part makes customers happy, you know, all that stuff. If you feel like it's a smart thing to do, then do it for sure. But don't do it because of that 10%, because that's not helping you. Okay, here's a question from Van Diggy PVB. How do you handle when a buyer is trying to extort you for feedback? I had a buyer buy a VCR and paid shipping. I included a universal remote and noted that in the listing. So universal remote, and you told them that it was a universal remote in the listing and not the original. So that's what you're saying anyways. With the purchase, buyer had sent a message asking if remote works and is included. I retested it and responded that it does. He got the package, said he was expecting the original remote. Never did he say anything about that. Now he says he'll leave negative feedback without a full refund and won't pay to ship it back. If this is a small item, I'd bite the bullet. I think it's BS to refund $70 and give up the item. I'd probably just say keep it and refund. How do you handle that situation? So, okay, so if you end up getting a negative feedback, first of all, I would stand my ground, like it sounds like you are right now. Say, look, this is what the listing said you were getting. That's what you got. Everything works. This is absolutely as advertised. I would just hold my ground with that and tell them, hey, if you want to refund it, if you want to return it, then you'll have to return it on your dime. And, you know, pay the shipping or whatever. But I'm not going to pay the shipping. I would just stand my ground on that. Then if he ends up dropping a negative on you, this is what I would do. If he ends up dropping a negative on you, then I would get in contact with eBay. Because feedback extortion, the way I understand it anyways, is if you don't do this, I will leave negative feedback. If you don't perform this thing, if you don't do this thing for me, then I will leave a negative feedback. That's leveraging feedback against your action. And eBay expressly prohibits that. And I've actually had a few cases of that in the past, and got on the phone with eBay and they removed the negative. You know, I said, hey, this is feedback extortion. And that's an easy one to get removed. Now, in today's climate, not really being able to get eBay on the phone and explain things, I don't know. I guess you could get them via email or some other way, but it's still feedback extortion. And I would, if it was me, I'd probably stand my ground on that one, just like you're talking about. It does sound like feedback extortion. Okay, last question. This is about eBay guaranteed delivery. Recently I had an item, this is from Dylan Clark. Recently I had an item sell that was being sent via USPS first class. eBay listed guaranteed delivery of Saturday, but didn't make it. Bought Wednesday night, sent Thursday morning. So they bought it Wednesday night and you mailed it Thursday morning. Okay, well that's good. Buyer messaged me Saturday night saying they were disappointed that it didn't make it and was blaming me for not sending it at a quicker service to get it there by Saturday. I told her it would probably be there by Monday, as USPS doesn't deliver on Sundays. that there was a small shipping delay due to the virus going on. She replied insisting it was my fault for not sending it at a quicker delivery and that she would be fine with a partial refund for the inconvenience. Also saying she didn't like the color, that she only bought it because of the quick delivery. How would you handle this situation? Where does eBay USPS give a guaranteed delivery date of X, but the item doesn't show up till a couple of days later? Okay, so I'm gonna give a link to this in the description if I remember. But if you go to this page right here about eBay guaranteed delivery, if you meet your handling time or whatever and ship it the way you're supposed to ship it, I'm assuming first class was an okay way for you to ship it. What happens when delivery does not arrive by its guaranteed date and the seller has met all the criteria? For customers, they'll make it right. Voucher for a future eBay purchase, free return label if the seller accepts returns. For sellers, eBay will remove any negative or neutral feedback left by the customer regarding late delivery. We will also provide the buyer compensation, I guess, for their inconvenience. So eBay is supposed to handle that. So I would tell them, in this case, I would say, look, first of all, I try to never make any kind of guarantees personally, like, hey, will I get this by this date? I'm like, I don't know, but I'm going to ship it tomorrow. You know, once USPS has it, hopefully they'll get it to you. But yeah, I would tell them, look, eBay came up with that guaranteed delivery date, and they state they will stand good for it. So get in touch with eBay and they should give you a voucher or something like that. Tell them that, and put the ball in eBay's court, since they're the ones that guarantee the delivery. And it sounds like you jumped through all the hoops to make it happen. It just didn't happen. So the ball is in eBay's court now, and just be very polite and tell your customer, yeah, eBay should compensate you for that. Sorry for your trouble. Get in touch with eBay. See what they do for you. Hopefully that'll work. And then if you do end up getting any kind of bad feedback or anything for it, then it sounds like eBay will take care of that for you too, according to that page anyway. But yeah, go take a look at that page and then decide your best course of action. So, well, that is going to be it for today. I haven't packed any of this stuff yet. I just pulled it. I'm going to do a crawfish boil for Easter tomorrow. I hope y'all all have a great Easter holiday. I'm going to be doing a little bit of work tomorrow, but not too much. Thank y'all so much for watching. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.